Hello, Yeshua Network. I am Nathan Wheeler, owner of the page here, and I am actually in a neighborhood that is bordering the California fire that started in Thousand Oaks. And I am I am coming on this video tonight for the second time tonight. As you can see, I got a little bit of nerves going on because of the news that I just heard. It turns out that the fire has crossed an area called the Santa Susana or Santa Susan field. It is an old nuclear test ground. And of course, the news is saying that there is nothing to worry about, and they're trying to silence any talk of this field. Of course, residents who live in the area know about this field. It's been here since the 1940s. It was a place where they did testing for nuclear weapons and different types of jet fuel and fuel for rockets and things like that for a space program. So I want to go ahead and actually show you a picture of this field so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is it here. And this is it. It's a large field. It's got plenty of area. It has silos under the ground. There's nuclear waste under the ground, not very deep. And they tell us that everything is going to be okay. There are multiple news reports that are coming out that are on the kind of like the low end. Obviously, this isn't being covered at all by mainstream media, and you would think this absolutely would be covered. But it's blatantly, obviously not being mentioned. And the few programs the few networks and news sources that are of course saying that there is no danger whatsoever. I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But there is something. There's a town called Woolley. It's one of the towns that have already been completely evacuated. It's one of the towns that have been, I think, pretty much consumed by the fire already. And this is so frustrating. So bear with me here. People who have been living in this town have been fighting the state and trying to get the radioactive material already cleaned up for years now. I'm going to show you a picture and it will basically speak for itself. These are people protesting and showing pictures of their children who all have cancer. In a 2-mile radius of this field are children, 50 children, have cancer within a 2-mile radius of this field. Now, of course, the government is saying that there is no danger, that there is no waste that is getting above ground, that it's buried and everything is safe. Just so you know, the lady, I'm going to give you a little bit of a zoom in here on what is going on her poster that you see there. This is her little daughter. Her little daughter who has cancer, along with 50 other children in her neighborhood. And of course, this is, like I said, the bordering town to this plant. Now, as I had mentioned before, this is the fire. This is now the field. If you take a look at this tower right here, you will see, I'm going to show you a zoomed in picture of it from the original picture. So this is the field is totally consumed by fire now. And here's the field once again prior, when everything is good and dandy and not on fire. And here it is zoomed in. That exact building is the building you're looking at right here. This is the type of reports that are being posted by what media outlets are actually covering this. Mind you, 70-mile-an-hour winds are blowing this fire. 70-mile-per-hour winds are blowing this fire throughout basically Southern California, Los Angeles area right now. And this is the reports that people are telling us. Experts say rumors of radioactive ash from Woolsey fire are unsubstantiated. So, of course, there's nothing to worry about. I'm livid. I'm absolutely livid. The corruption and the deceit, this is something out of a movie. This is something absolutely out of some kind of crazy super action movie or something like that, and it's not a movie. There are children who already have cancer from just living next to this thing, and now this thing is on fire. This this silo, this place where they were doing testing from all the way back in the 1940s, now is ablazed. And all the plants, all the water, all the grass, all these buildings that have radioactive material basically soaked into them has now turned into nuclear ash. And I bet you the firefighters have no idea that they are sitting there drenched and surrounded in this nuclear ash. I guarantee you that the news is not posting it, because I have been researching it, and mainstream media is not going to touch this. So the reason why I needed to use this opportunity and to beg you, and I'm literally begging you folks, if you are seeing this video, please click share right now. And here's why. The news is not going to tell these people that they are in nuclear ash. And they need to know some things. What they need to know is this. There are 10 low power nuclear reactors at this location. 4 had accidents during its time of actual operation. 0 containment of those accidents, because it was considered an experimental technology. So they did not contain it. So that means that entire area has been filled with nuclear radiation and leftover waste. And people, like I said, like this little girl right here, let me show you. This little girl right here is sick today, before a fire. Okay, and 50 other children in the neighborhood are sick before this fire ever happened. And they're trying to tell us things like this, that there's absolutely nothing to fear, there's no danger or anything like that. And well, we obviously know way better. And the only way that we probably have a chance of getting this word out to the people who live in these communities is by social media. So I am literally begging you, we who are here at the Yeshua Network, we are a family, we are people who care, and we are people who take action, are we not? So the Lord uses us to be the blessing. I always say at the end of almost every single one of my videos, be blessed and be the blessing. Right now, we need to be the blessing for the people in this area, and I am begging you to please share this video. Tell people on all over your social media, Facebook pages, that if they know anybody in California, in the Southern California area specifically, just say, if you know anybody in Southern California, you may want to tell them that the air and the ash is now radioactive. Okay, there's just no question in my mind that this is a danger. I don't care what the news and the media says. So I am asking you for your help. This is something that we absolutely must do. I'm going to read you some other things. Thousands of gallons of carcinogen TCE were dumped on these rocket stands. So I'm going to show you the rocket stand I'm talking about. This is one of the rocket stands. Thousands of gallons of carcinogenic TCE, okay, were dumped on these. Area 4, which would catch fire soon if it hasn't already, has plutonium, uranium, cesium, and strontium on the site, buried just a few feet under the ground, ladies and gentlemen, just a few feet under the ground, with radiation that would give 9 out of 10 people cancer if they lived there. Okay? The Department of Toxic Substance Controls, the DTSC, has been telling people repeatedly that we couldn't be harmed, nobody could be harmed by the radioactive. The chemicals are all contained at the site, and it couldn't reach the people. Yet, you have this little girl, and you have these people who have 50 children in the neighboring area to it who all have cancer. So, I don't know if I've made my point. I don't know if I told you how important this is, but you're talking about a 60% higher cancer rate in this neighborhood than anywhere else in the United States that is healthy. You're talking about a 10 to 20% higher invasion of breast cancer rate that they've been reported at this area. And I also want to report one more thing. Here's what the LA Magazine Post said. This one, I'm going to give you up I'll read it to you. Santana Susana Field Lab, sometimes called Area 4, was used for testing by various agencies starting in 1947. The site, which was chosen in part because at the time it was far from residential development, was used to test rockets, weapons, and nuclear technology. There were 10 experimental nuclear reactors at the lab, one of which went into partial meltdown July 12, 1959. An effort to clean the site is ongoing, but has suffered numerous delays. Then they title it what you see on the screen before you. So, I don't know if we could get more worse news than this. The air has literally nuclear ash in it. So, if you guys would please help me and spread the word. Let people know what is going on. Let people know about what we have in this fire, because of all the things that we have being told about the fire, this is definitely not being spoken about. And here's the thing. People not only need to know that it's happening, they need to know what little they can do, right? Here's what they can do. Especially for their kids, right? Their kids are going to go to school. They're going to be breathing air. The school people don't know because this isn't in the news. The kids are going to be outside, maybe playing. Maybe they'll have the kids in because of high smoke or polluted air, right? But here's what we can tell them. You keep the windows closed and limit time outdoors for the next few days. Call your children's school and ask for the children to be kept indoors during recess tomorrow. Don't wear your shoes inside your house in fear of tracking contaminant into the house. Have everyone just leave their shoes outside, okay? Have everyone in the family wash their hands if they are exposed so it's not ingested. Definitely wash your hands very well, soap and water, before you eat. Call the DTSC and call the California EPA. Call your elected officials and demand the 100% cleanup of this now. And all other areas that are near cities like this now. Where there are people. This stuff needs to be cleaned up because this can happen at any time, at any place, right? We need to make sure that our elected officials are no longer scamming us, no longer treating us like we're morons, and no longer using the media to brainwash us or try to brainwash us and tell us that when a nuclear place that has had a partial meltdown and 4 failures of reactors, that there is no danger here. So I don't know if you guys have heard about this already. I live in the area, and obviously I care, and everybody knows about this field. It's not like a secret field. It's not like Area 51. This is a thing that people have always known is there. So I hope you will share this. And I know, here's the thing. I know there's a lot of people that come on to Facebook pages and social media, and they will watch videos like this, and they will be like, wow, that's unfortunate, and that's a thing, and they won't share it. But the truth of the matter is that people need to have an awareness of this. They need to not breathe the air. And these firefighters, if there's family members who have firefighters who are, think about this, the planes are flying into this smoke. And I've flown planes before. Planes get their air from the outside. Now, sure, they might have filtration and filters like a car filter for an air conditioning unit, but that doesn't mean that they have filters that are ready to remove nuclear contaminant, right? This is something that the people literally need to be aware of. These are problems that, a firefighter who has all his gear on, he has his shirt and his clothes on. If he should go and he should go back to the fire unit or the fire house, and they drop their clothes, if they don't decontaminate those, they'll contaminate the entire firehouse. This is the kind of problem that we're seriously looking at. There's all sorts of things and dangers that will be popping up from this. So this is worse than just a fire, because how do you fight nuclear ash? How do you fight that? I don't even know. All I know is you have to be aware, stay indoors, do not go outside as much as you possibly can, and obviously contact your elected officials. They're going to tell you everything is fine, and well, how can that be? When people who live on the bordering town next to this field have a 60% cancer rate higher than the rest of the nation. So how is this not possibly in the air now? So if you guys are in California, or you think you even know somebody who knows somebody in California, I am asking you, please share this. I'm going to give you a picture one more time. This is the airfield. This is the field, the test field. Not airfield. It's not an airfield. It's a test field. And this is what it looks like now. And this is the 70-mile-an-hour winds helping spread. This is the 70-mile-an-hour winds helping spread this all over the place. As you can see, these flames are no joke. I mean, you're talking about probably 30-foot flames there. I know that's a really horrible video or a picture, by the way, of the zoom in of the tower, but it's the only one I could find. So I appreciate your guys' patience with me on that. All right. Thank you guys. I see your Facebook, you're sharing. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to me. I know it's late at night. The rest of the country is asleep. Californians are probably not even in their house watching Facebook. They're probably out there watching the news, glued to the news. So the best thing you can also do is, if you do have family or friends or anything like that in the Southern California, Los Angeles area, Malibu, Santa Monica, Thousand Oaks, basically Chatsworth, these areas are going to be extremely high danger zones. So if you have family member in these places, you might want to pick up the phone and you might want to tell them about this video. You might want to tell them about what you've just learned and tell them, just Google it. Again, the name is Santa Susana Field Laboratories. Okay. And they can easily find it. It's not Area 51. It's not like a hidden thing at all. Okay, so it's important you actually be active with this, guys. Don't let this just be some video that you just watched and let go. Even if you think you don't know anybody in California, there's a very, very good chance that you know somebody who does. And there's a very, very good chance that somebody will not step out and spend some time out in the yard. Maybe you know somebody who is a gardener. Maybe you know somebody who's painting a house, and they think to themselves, well, if the fire doesn't get to me, that doesn't mean that I should stop painting my house, or that doesn't mean that I should stop working in my yard or doing my outdoor job. Yes, right now you should be not outside and doing your outdoor job. You should be inside, trying to filter your air as best as you can, and staying away from this ash, this radioactive ash. Okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much. I will keep you posted. Thank you so much for your prayers earlier as well. I really appreciate it. And just the whole fact that you guys are so amazing in a family here at Yeshua Network. Be blessed, be the blessing. Stay tuned to Yeshua Network here. I will be giving you updates if I should find out any more information. And, well, that's it for now. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.